Hey there, and welcome to the Tom Henry Show. Thank you for being here. It's episode 10. Can you believe it? Episode 10. We made it. A lot has happened actually lately in the late night world that we're a part of. Stephen Colbert got canceled. Can you believe that? What a tragedy. What a horrible thing to lose such a wonderful comedic voice. That's all I'll say about that. We're in danger of getting canceled by our leader, too. Mark Carney. He doesn't like... I don't know. I didn't come up with anything for that. But what else has happened? Mark Maron's leaving. So I think I'm like a good successor for what he was up to, the sort of bitter about his lot in life kind of guy. That's me now. Bill Maher moved his Club Random from Sunday. It used to come out on Sundays. Now it comes out on Mondays, just like us. So now we're in direct competition with Bill Maher. And I just want to say, new rule, we're coming for you, big boy. Our efforts to get Armie Hammer on the show have been ignored. But my friend did see him, actually. This is a true story. My friend was in the Vancouver airport and saw him with a woman. Or as he calls her, lunch. No word on becoming the rival to John Mulaney. I don't even know if that show's still on or what's going on with that. There's like 40,000 shows on Netflix at all times. What else? Oh, yeah. Well, it's the big episode 10. So just wanted to talk about the audience we're getting. We're very grateful for the audience we've had. My mom says she watches every episode twice. So that's good for the numbers. It's good for the numbers. Thank you, Mom. We have a fan, actually. We have a super fan who made his own shirt. That's true. Let's get that up. There you go. We got people making their own merch. Maybe one day we'll make merch for all of you. We were trying to get into the Manosphere, as you all know. We're making the big pitch for the Manosphere, and the numbers are in. Here we go. 78.2% male viewership on YouTube. So we're there. We're there. Thank you, men. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, men. Don't ever feel bad about who you are, even if you seem to be the problem with all of civilization. I love you for the viewership. Could use a few more of you. Let's get it up to 80. Let's work on 80. I was talking to a guy on Instagram the other night at 4 a.m. This is true. A guy who's sort of a super fan of mine. And he, I think he might be a .com millionaire. And so I'm going to pitch to him. I pitched to him already. He said, put me on the show. I said, why would I put you on the show? I said, I'll put you on the show if you cough up some of those .com dollars. So I'm telling you right now, you know who you are. Pony up. And you can be on the show. He said he wanted to come on the show to recommend another woman be on the show. Seems like a crazy reason to be on the show. You could have just told me that on the message. But come on the show, recommend whoever you want, but you got to pony up. It'll be like, I think a billionaire just paid to be in a tennis tournament. So it'd be that kind of thing. I'm thinking $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. You could be the producer. And you can come on once. Only once. Great. Well, our guest today, we're very excited. We have our first musician. We have our first musician on the show. And so, I do themes for the monologues. This theme will be about music. Why wouldn't it be? And, okay, so, how musicians always say that they're doing music to express themselves? Have you heard that? Yeah. These people ever heard of talking? We're once again missing our best laugher on the crew. Speaking of talking, have you seen those guitar guys? And when they play guitar solos, they mouth the guitar. They go like this. Yeah, I'm starting to think those guys don't understand how their instrument works. It's the fingers. It's the fingers that do it. Yeah, I know a guy who's in an orchestra, and he had a really crazy time the other day. He lost his instrument. Which was a smaller version of the Western concert flute right before a show. Yeah, you could say the guy was in a real piccolo. That's good. Try not to do the puns, but I actually worked at a job. I had a writing job, and I showed up, and I noticed that every joke that got on the show was a pun. So I started writing puns, and then the boss came in one day. I started writing puns, and they all started getting on the show. Like I was getting record numbers of jokes on the show. And the boss came in one day to the writer's room, and he goes, I'm noticing a lot of puns these days. Those are the lowest form of humor. I go, you've been putting them in. Yeah, those are the jokes. I have a story about a musician. You're not going to know it at first, but in the end it will be. So there was this woman I used to know back in my 20s, and I didn't know her that well. She dated a friend of mine. And then I knew her around, and then she asked me to do something one day. She asked me to be in a performance art piece that was at a party with all her friends, and people were doing performance art pieces. It was like a party meets show. And what she asked me to do was be in a bear head. I had to wear a bear head. And she was going to sit there, this was the little piece, and play a song. She played a Chris Isaak song on a little stereo. And there was a cake. So this was the setup. And I had a mallet. And what I was supposed to do is eventually smash the cake with the mallet, and she would be upset. And, I wasn't much for this performance art stuff. But back then, even still now, I thought, well, you should just say yes to things. So I said yes. So I go to do it. We're at this party. There's all these sort of cool people around. We're in this backyard. There's the cake. And it's time to do our little performance art scene. And so she's playing the song. I wait like a minute. Then I pull out this mallet. And I smash the cake. And the cake goes all over everybody's clothes, ruining their clothes. And not only that, the mallet she gave me, because it was cheap, the end flew off. Could have killed somebody. Luckily, didn't hit anyone. But, so then I'm at this party. We've done this thing. I've ruined everyone's clothes. It was all her idea. I didn't want to do it. And then I'm trying to hang out at this party after everybody's looking at me like I'm a monster. I go, it's your friend who set this all up. What? I don't want to be in a bear head hitting a cake. So I got to leave the party. I'm a castaway. Then over the years, I start getting texts from this lady, mass texts about her band. She's got some band. They would play shows, and she'd send out these group texts. And I would go, because I only knew her from this performance art hijinks. Then when I got the text about her band, I'd go, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with your little band. The band turned out to be July Talk. Very popular. Very popular band. And we lost touch. She unfollowed me on Instagram. I don't think it was anything I did. I think it was just maybe a general big timing. And but I'm very happy for her and her success. And I just want anyone to know, I want everyone to know, the performance art was all her idea. Why would I want to do that? I was completely embarrassed before I ruined everyone's clothes. But I think sometimes fortune favors the bold. Now she's touring the world, making millions of dollars, and I'm doing this. So that's my music story, and we'll be right back with a wonderful musician. Kind of musicians are magicians. Right after this break. My first guest is an extremely talented musician, writer, and artist. You may know her as U.S. Girls. Give it up, everybody, for my friend, Meg Remy.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Meg.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. What's it like to be a musician?
Probably pretty similar to being a comedian.
I don't think it is.
No?
Because I was thinking about this, and you guys get to be cool.
Mm.
And I don't know if you don't strike me that you really care about that, which of course is why you're extra cool. But also you might care about it more if you did what I do, which is to be professionally uncool.
I think that I do try to do that, though. In terms of performance, I'm try to go on stage and reveal something, or especially with dancing, I'm not necessarily a good dancer, but I love to dance, and so I do it in the hopes that my ridiculous dancing will inspire others to start busting moves. And
yeah,
well,
it's probably similar in that way, in that I think with any art you do, the less concerned you are with what you're doing, the better it might be.
Mm.
That if you're an actor, you have to stop thinking about anything and be fully willing to be foolish. But I would say the difference is that when a musician does something, people just put coolness onto it no matter what. Unless they suck.
I think there's just more accoutrement, is that the right word? Goes around musicians, where it's the photos and videos and album covers, and there's just kind of more image making than with comedians, perhaps. Mm-hmm. So there's an illusion of coolness. And
you have the protection of just a wall of sound.
Exactly, that as well. Which,
when a comedian isn't doing well,
yes,
it's your worst nightmare.
Yes.
But when a musician isn't doing well, you almost might not be able to tell. Well, you can tell.
You can tell. But it's not as exposing.
You can blast through it.
Sure, you can.
But do you ever have that feeling that you would like to stop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens, I wouldn't say often, but you do crowd work, right? And I do crowd work, and you kind of start riffing, and it's you try something. You're up there and this is what you're doing. You're trying something and it doesn't land, and then you want like the stage to open up and for you to fall down into it, right?
Well,
That's how I feel.
I actually started doing crowd work for the moments when my jokes are doing so badly
Sure.
that I want the stage to open up and I can fall in.
I started doing it in the time when between the music, because I didn't know what to do in that. I don't want to say, hey, come to the merch table or something. It was just like, how do I use this space where I can challenge myself so that it's interesting for me?
And what kind of stuff are you doing crowd work wise?
Well, like yesterday at this show, I brought the band that we were opening for. They're a big band with a lot of merch, and they said that, that if I wanted to sell merch, I could have one item.
Thanks.
So I brought one record on stage.
Like one single item?
They meant like you could
One
have a
type
shirt
of
or
item.
you could have a record to sell. But I took it literally. So I brought my one record on stage and I auctioned it off. I said, like, who wants this? Start with $1 going up. This one person said $125. And I was like, $125? Yes, sold. And then he was like, I thought he said, no, 15. And I was like, sure, 15. Like, I got to wrap this up, right?
Yeah.
This bit. Gave him the record, took the money, put it in my bra. Then the show's going on and we do a song $4 American. That's about money and kind of the silliness of money. And I took the money out and I ripped it up.
Oh.
And as I was looking at it, I realized it was
$125.
And I was like,
Now that money ain't so silly anymore,
I would have never ripped up $125 had I known. But you can't stop. It's like, what am I going to get the pieces and tape them together then? I just like had to go with it. And so, and I find like too, because crowd work for me and just kind of the improvised nature of in between songs comes from the space. Like, with a comedian or comedians, I think it's similar of like you're changing venues, or maybe you play in the same spots a lot. I don't know, but when I show up to a venue, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? What can I use in the set? I'm starting to, there's this weird little thing to stand on over there, or there's, so like site specific, whatever, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you go, well, where'd they get this wallpaper from? Norman Bates's house. Well, I have a couple things to say to that. First of all, I think you should have kept the auction going.
Yeah, well, we only had a 40-minute set, so it's like the bit had to be.
Yeah,
it had to be quick.
I would cut a whole song to like see if you could drive the price up. And secondly, what I would like to say is that I've been frustrated by musicians' banter for years. I feel like it's very unfair. I feel like you guys get laughs no matter what you say.
That's true.
It infuriates me. It's like the opposite would be like if I played a really shitty song in my comedy set and everybody went wild, which they wouldn't. So see, this is what I'm trying to tell you as how unfair this all is.
I don't think I'd use unfair.
Well, I'm on a mission to basically let everyone know how unfair my life is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As a white, straight, cisgender man. Are there musicians you think, do you have a hard time with bad music?
I don't want. I never enjoy when I start thinking something's bad and I am expressing it and talking shit on something else.
Yeah.
Because I think in the end it's just not for me.
Yeah.
But I find that if I'm talking shit on something, I'm really talking shit on myself.
How does that work?
Because why do I need to comment on it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't really understand critique and like reviews in general. So I've never been a person like reads reviews of
Yeah.
books and article or records and movies and stuff like Pitchfork or like, I don't really get that.
I don't get that either.
Like if you don't, and it's not like maybe if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it. Maybe that's boring and that's too quaint or something. But I think it's a pretty good standard to follow. And just because I don't like it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
About its quality or...
Although I would think you do have to have a sense of taste in order to create what you want to create.
Sure.
So
I don't think taste is right or like you
No.
can't have right taste.
but you could internally not like something,
Sure. Yeah.
but then you just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, but it's like food. Like if there's like some food item I'd like, it's not like every time I'm then getting food I do like, I'm like, you know what I hate? Like, or like if you don't like food, you avoid it.
Yeah.
You don't like...
It's kind of like if you say you're cold and then somebody says it's not cold.
Exactly.
And you're like, well, I'm cold. Yeah. Well, I talk shit about things constantly.
Yeah.
And I think I live a poisonous life.
I think it is a poison for sure.
Yeah. I think it's slowly probably killing me.
But that's easy to, maybe not easy, but just start small.
Just stop.
See if you can not talk shit for some, 1 hour.
But I do feel the same as you. Like if there's a comedian I don't enjoy, I do just think, well, those people who are laughing at it enjoy it.
Well, and a lot of times I think what we see in others' work, if we have a really strong reaction of like that we don't like it, it's because we see something in ourselves. Like, and I feel like that's a lot in terms of promotions of oneself. Like we see other people promoting themselves and it's like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, they're posting again or they're doing this stuff again and like kind of talking shit on that. And it's like, it's touching on something in us.
I think that's true in general, not just with art.
Yeah.
That the people you dislike are people maybe who are exhibiting something that you exhibit.
Or something you don't, something you're repressing as well. That you maybe don't exhibit outright.
Mm-hmm. But there is this one comedian, Matt Rife.
Uh-huh. Where's he from?
America.
Okay.
He has sort of like an Orlando style accent. I don't know if he's from there, but you know that kind of like NSYNC style accent?
Like, hey, or something like...
No, like, what's up, y'all?
Oh, okay.
No, that's Southern maybe.
Well,
Orlando is sort of Southern.
I think would be...
Okay, so
yeah.
what... You know the way Justin Timberlake sounds?
Yeah.
When he speaks?
Yeah.
Not when he sings.
It's kind of nasally.
It's sort of like... I can't do it. This is a theme on this show. I try to do voices and impressions that I can't do.
The voice of a trapped child star. Like,
yeah.
Like a kind of babyish.
I want to almost say like they're trying to sound black, but they're not good at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well.
Maybe that's... But for some reason I associate it with Orlando.
Okay.
Disney. Yeah. But this guy, Matt Rife, is so awful. I can't picture not just hating him and also telling everyone how bad he is. So how would I recover from something like that?
Well, you would try to maybe think about him as if you were his parent.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's some mother's son.
So I'm like really
right?
embarrassed with my son. Like my son's a crowd work comedian. He's really rich and popular, but I just can't look him in the eyes anymore. Like that. I'm just saying when it gets so bad, how can you not just feel contempt?
I just don't consume things that I don't like.
Oh,
You know what I like?
well, that's smart.
Why would I be going to the poison well repeatedly?
Well, I spend probably an hour a day on TikTok.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm sick.
I mean, we all are.
Yeah, but you seem less sick.
No.
Okay.
I'm sick in a different way.
Can you tell me what it is?
I have a battle a really wild toxic inner monologue that is just like constantly berates me and like makes it so sometimes when I look in the mirror, like my vision's distorted even, and like the person I see is like literally like a monster or something. And
But I have that too. So if we were like playing a game,
who's more sick?
I would still have 2 sicknesses to 1.
I yell at my kids all the time.
But I yell at your kids all the time too. Do you yell at them?
I do.
That seems fine.
I don't say like you piece of shit, but like
It might work better if you did.
I might listen. But yeah, I have like mom rage in a real
From what
way.
I hear, every mom does.
Yeah, I think I think most do for sure. But your kids bring your sicknesses out more. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I was always told they would make them go away.
Maybe temporarily,
Uh-huh.
but they kick
Because
up all your dirt.
I always thought the good thing about having kids might be like getting out of your head and not worrying about yourself so much because you have to worry so much about somebody else.
There is a bit of that for sure that I've experienced, but then I've also in my experience just found that they're these mirrors for you because they're mimicking you and they're learning everything from you. And so they're just kind of constantly presenting you with what you need to work on.
So my kids would start talking shit about Matt Rife. And then I'd be like, I've been a loser my whole life. Why can't I just be happy for this man's success?
Well, exactly. When you hear language coming out of a child's mouth that is like, wow, they got it from you, you know?
Yeah. I tried to talk shit about a friend to another friend the other day who I had done this with before in the past successfully. And he shut me down.
Yeah.
And I went, I'm not a good person. But I also I thought it might be actually sort of polite for him to at least put one little dig in.
Just because you've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For old time's sake.
But maybe he's trying to
Turn a leaf. Yeah. Well, my last episode was about trying to be more positive. And I do think I'm probably exaggerating the extent of my poison.
Well, my friend, speaking of musicians, my friend Basha Bulat, Canadian sweetheart, she ended up opening a show for Nick Cave. It was like random, like she got called in because someone canceled. And I have a memory of the story, her telling me that she was side stage when she met him, and she was like, well, gee, kind of, golly, I'm so nervous, Mr. Cave. Like, you know, kind of that's her style. And he was like, everyone has a gimmick. And, you know, the miserable, to be like to have like negative, to focus on negativity, that's a gimmick. And it works, right? And like our gimmick is I think it's like it's our fuel and our power, and it's also our weakness. It's this weird.
Right.
And it's all how you carry it. And I don't think, you could try to be more positive, but just do you.
The thing is, I've tried to, my friend Rod had some show where he was talking about mental health, and he tried to do a positive roast.
That's no fun, probably.
Well, it was impossible.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
funny to be positive.
No.
And you see guys who are trying to do it.
No, I mean, I think that positivity really is kind of silent. You know, and if one is really feeling the flow of positivity, they're maybe alone a lot. And I don't necessarily think positivity is something that like unites people and can even be done together.
This goes against everything I've ever heard. So you're saying a positive person lives alone in the woods, like the Unabomber. What did you think about when I was talking about how the guys mouth the guitar sound?
That's real. But they can't control that. That's just something that...
It's involuntary?
It is, 100%.
Does it look a little sick to you?
Yeah, it's always... I mean, guitar faces are just... They're funny.
Not everyone has it, though, right?
No. But some people do, and it's, yeah, real.
And you're married to somebody who plays guitar, my good friend. Does he have guitar faces?
Yeah, like kind of like... Yeah. For sure.
Gonna have to talk to him about that.
Yeah. I think like they are involuntary and they're important because it's kind of like your body's like pulling the sound out of the guitar and they're connected.
Yeah, but it's really just your fingers.
I know. Well, and the guitar and the amp and the pedals and stuff.
But mostly fingers. On both hands.
Yeah. But like if you're bending the neck and stuff of the guitar and you're like pushing into it, and I'm kind of like, it's physical. It's a physical thing.
What do you think about this theory I have that playing guitar well isn't impressive?
I agree.
Excellent.
Just because you spent a bunch of hours.
Well, because I just think so many people can do it. It's probably the instrument people spend the most.
I think it's just what you do with it. You know, if you play it well and you have like your soul is resonating through it and you can hear it, that's one thing. But if you're just good at technical.
Well, I'm just trying to get them to realize it's just their fingers. So this is important. I recently posted a clip that was pretty popular that was on this show about the Criterion Closet. I don't know if you saw it, but the thrust of it was that, well, similar to what I'm saying about guitarists, they're letting too many people into the Criterion Closet.
Uh-huh.
And I happen to know that you were just in the Criterion Closet.
I got in there.
So that's pretty cool.
I wasn't filmed, though. Just a photo taken.
What?
Mm-hmm. You're not... You have to be of a certain level to be filmed. But I did get to go in, and they were so nice, and it seems like a very nice place to work. They have a very large kitchen.
Here you go with your positivity again. I'm trying to trash the damn place.
I did get to take my items with, which some of these promo things...
You don't keep them.
You don't get to keep them.
How many did you take?
3.
Was that your allotment?
But I was like, well, when I was in there, I was like, I don't know how many I should be like. So I said, like, you know, how many? And she said, how about like 3 to 4? And I was like, okay. So I aired on 3.
You should have done 4.
But I got a bag too.
Mm-hmm.
Criterion bag, tote, yeah.
That's valuable.
It was nice. They were really nice. And the person who does that seems like she's got a great job. She loves her job.
Well, that's fine for you to say, but this does further my point. Because I was going to kind of say, well, you're a cool artist. You're like a real artist. See, I could see you being in the Criterion
Who's
Closet.
been in there that shouldn't be?
Dan Levy.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, Dan Levy's very big. He's a big...
Who is he?
He's Eugene Levy's son.
So,
He's a Nepo.
He's an actor?
He's an actor. He created the show Schitt's Creek.
Oh, and his dad's on his show.
And he stars in the show.
Oh, I did not know that. I didn't know those dynamics of it.
did anything before. But Schitt's Creek's very popular.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, to each their own, whatever you like, right? Whatever floats your boat.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think he should be in the Criterion. They also had Seth Meyers in there.
Yeah.
Seth Meyers? What the hell does Seth Meyers know about Bertolucci? I hope that's a real director. Do you ever wish you could live the rock and roll lifestyle? Or maybe you have at some point.
I think like I've had tastes of it.
Yeah. Like sort of guzzling a bottle of alcohol, being wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that.
You have?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when I watch movies and there's like a character that's down and out, and he's sort of like on his couch all disheveled and he's holding a bottle of alcohol and guzzling it.
Yeah.
I think that looks fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always appealing to just let oneself go and like succumb to the impulses that come up, you know? That's so desirable. It's like I wish I could just eat gummies all day long.
Yeah.
You know, like just big bags of Haribo all the time. Like, but and you could.
But I never quite fully do. I always pour the alcohol into a cup first.
Classy.
And then have a few cups and then stop myself.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the rock and roll lifestyle is really actually, I would say it drinking and drugs and stuff are in there, but it's also just more of a constant movement thing of like, you're just like always going somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's always changing and new. And just like, you never settle. You never let it, you never feel anything. That's
the part that seems like a nightmare to me.
Yeah.
I like having a home base.
That's a certain kind of person though. It's like when you look at Bob Dylan, it's like he's been on tour for like 50 years or something. Like dude is never home.
Still?
He just wants to tour. It's like
you could say he's not home most of the time.
What's he running from, you know?
What's the longest you've toured?
I did like almost 2 months once in Europe, but that was like traveling by train and bus and plane, just like going slowly around all of Europe.
And were you guzzling alcohol and drugs?
Oh yeah, not drugs. I mean, like smoking cigarettes then, and drinking lots.
Cigarettes are cool.
They're coming back.
Are they?
That's what I've heard.
Well,
It's heard from my advertising friends. Supposedly, get ready to see more cigarettes and ads. Or in movies, because I think they can't be in ads, but in movies, music.
It makes sense because I always think everything's sort of on a pendulum.
Yeah.
And I think our generation rejected cigarettes at some point, to the point where almost no one smokes now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the next generation picks it up.
I think so.
And they say the next generation's not drinking, which we never really gave up.
Or having sex.
Or
Are they
having
also
sex,
not having sex?
which we did give up, according to my research. With that, let's take a break. Oh, in the break, I thought I would show the video that I made for one of your songs off the new terrific album, Scratch It. And we're back. Look at that guy dance. Wow. Making that video for you, I was very nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
I just want to say I love when the leaves get in your hair so much.
Oh, yeah. That was really nice.
I'm so glad you left that.
It's funny because I had this idea to dance because your song is about dancing. So something got in my head about that. And then I did it, and then I thought, oh, God, I've got to put this out. And everybody's going to see some different thing from me. Mm. And then you just put it out and nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's like everything.
No one sees it. And
yeah, or, maybe 10,000 people. But it doesn't really matter.
Well, and I think nothing happens when you're doing something genuine and people just see it and then are like, there's nothing to...
Well, I would wish that, I'll get famous from it. Some kind of music video award.
That might happen.
We've got to talk to the music video award people. Have you won anything?
No.
Never?
Mm-mm.
You were shortlisted.
Been shortlisted for the Polaris Prize, yes.
You've never won an award?
Once when I was a kid, I went on a Disney cruise and I got a trophy because I was the only kid who spent the night at the Mickey Mouse Playhouse.
What?
Yeah. They had a sleepover where you slept with in this Mickey Mouse Playhouse thing, but all the kids bailed and were scared, and I slept the night and got a award.
Wow. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
No.
Were you scared?
No. I remember being pleased to be away from my family.
Are you ever scared?
Sometimes.
You don't seem very fearful.
No. Well, I think I went through some pretty intense stuff as a kid that just anything after that, you're just kind of...
You're good.
It's pretty good.
Well, let's move away from that. This is a comedy show, Meg.
You asked.
I'm afraid of almost everything.
Bugs?
Yep. Big time. I actually saw a house centipede today. This is true. That I thought was a mouse.
Wow, was that big?
Yeah.
Well, aren't they good, though? Don't they eat other...
I have a stand-up joke about this.
You do?
And I can't get into it.
Okay.
Basically, that's literally my stand-up joke. That there's a house centipede. Somebody says they're good because they eat smaller bugs. And I say, well, I was going to smash it into oblivion, but I guess instead I'll shake all 100 of its hands.
Where do you think your fear comes from?
Well, also serious things that happened to me in childhood. Why didn't mine? Yours cured all your fears, and mine instilled every fear. I'm afraid still sometimes lying in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've been to therapy or are in therapy?
So much of it.
Yeah.
You ever start to think therapy is not doing much?
Yeah. Until I started doing a different form of it that I'm liking, but
what is it? I need it.
Internal family systems.
Oh.
It's where you talk to the parts of yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm finding it's...
My therapist told me to talk to my inner child.
Yeah.
And I said, well, now I got to babysit for free?
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather babysit a well-behaved child than one that's acting out and really high maintenance?
My inner child is a little bitch.
For a reason.
Yeah. He's freaking out all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting. You could say your current adult Tom doesn't have these fears. It's these parts inside of you that perhaps do.
That's what my therapist says.
Mm. And they say language is really important with that, differentiating.
What, I got to speak to it in Spanish now? Um, yeah, well, it kind of sucks, doesn't it? Sometimes I think it sucks. I think things happen to you in childhood
Yeah.
that you have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
And then you got to live your whole life like that.
Well, childhood you have nothing to do with. You didn't choose it.
That's what I'm saying.
Just all of it. Like just being born.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then you got to live your whole life as a damaged person.
Yes.
What the hell deal is that?
I don't know.
And then you're around all these normal people all the time.
Everyone's.
I am. Perfectly proper people. And they're looking at me like I'm Ozzy Osbourne.
What's normal?
Well behaved. Pleasant. Positive.
Yeah, I don't know. The setup is really strange how we just appear. And then things just start happening to us and piling up, and you're kind of just left alone to deal with all of the consequences of it all. But that's where art comes from, right? That's where, I mean, comedy comes from that, I would assume.
Pain.
Yeah. Pain, I mean, pain rocks.
Does pain rock?
I think pain is super informative. If we didn't have pain, we wouldn't know what something was happening with us.
But it hurts.
I know, but then it causes action to occur.
This has turned into one of those self-help podcasts.
Your male numbers are
Plummeting.
Plummeting.
They like that stuff, actually, though.
Yeah?
But they like to hear it more like with brain chemistry.
Right.
They're like, your brain chemistry will thank you if you have a gratitude journal. But not because it's
right.
gay.
Yes.
Because of your brain chemicals.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a gratitude journal?
Not like a solely just for that, but I've tried to do that. Yeah. In my regular journal. And try to do it like I was doing it in the shower for a bit, like every day in the shower.
You were writing in your journal in the shower?
Just being under the hot water and trying to be grateful for warm water, and then let the mind flow to other things to be grateful for. It does work.
And then it starts to burn and scold you. You still grateful?
It works.
Okay, time for one of my famous segments.
Okay.
This segment, as I always say, doesn't really work very well, and we'll probably get rid of it at any moment.
Is this the Actors Studio?
No.
Oh.
It's the random Wikipedia article.
Oh, I like this one.
You do?
I saw you do this.
So you're the one. Maybe everybody likes it. I've had no feedback.
Ask your mom.
She likes everything I do.
Well.
So I'm going to click this button.
Okay.
And here we go. This is about a man named Roger Hagberg.
Okay.
He was born in 1939. Oh, fuck. Okay. He died in 1970.
Okay, so yeah.
Didn't make it too long. He was a professional gridiron football player. When I said fuck, I was because we've gotten so many soccer players.
Oh, but this is American football.
Yeah, but why are they saying gridiron football? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I've never seen that. He played running back for 5 seasons for the Oakland Raiders and 4 seasons with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. That's all we got. So, I noticed you had a reaction when gridiron football came up.
I'm a footballer, or
Are
like
you?
I come from a football family.
Yeah. You're from Illinois.
From Illinois.
Suburban Chicago, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah. I have a great uncle who played for the Detroit Lions. I had another uncle, then a regular uncle, not great, who played for I think there was in the 70s, another league that started, like NFL, then some other league briefly.
Probably.
He played for them. My middle brother played for Georgia Tech. He's a linebacker. And my older brother is currently the head coach of Ball State.
You are football royalty.
I am really, yeah. I mean.
So this was a very apt random Wikipedia. I mean, we don't know
Yes.
about this exact guy. What, do you remember his name?
Barry.
Gerald? Roger Hagberg.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of Gerald. Did you say Gerald?
I think I said Barry.
Oh. And how do you personally feel about football?
Oh, it can be very exciting. I understand why people love it, but it's not for me.
No.
What's interesting about it is like the setting up of a play. You know,
Right.
like a play is set up, it happens.
There's a
next play is set up. It's very like moves.
chess.
I think it's creative. You know, it's very coach based.
Yeah.
A very coach based sport.
Is it based almost on like military strategy?
Yeah.
The flank and all of this.
Yeah.
The only military strategy word I know is flank.
Well, and it's really, I mean, I think, yeah, particularly in the States, that it's very
Militarized.
Yeah. Those two things go together.
Yeah.
And the kind of like brutality as entertainment and national, you know, it's very nationalist
Mm-hmm.
sport.
But we have the CFL here,
Mm-hmm.
which, as you heard, this guy played on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Do you think we're the same?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all the same.
I think it's just slight differences, you know? It's like culture. There's slight differences, but kind of.
Do you find Canadians and Americans different?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In what way?
I find Canadians more reticent, like just more, they just have more of a, I always feel like the difference is that Canada, you know, embraced the British thing and America was pushing it away. So.
Yeah, because the British, if you've been over there, are very worried.
Mm-hmm. Kind of.
And push everything down.
Mm.
And we do that
Yeah.
very similarly.
Yeah.
But the Americans fought those bastards. And as a result, are much more fun.
More fun, more loose, more messy, for sure.
Don't we all want that?
It's definitely something that I'm not, as I'm aging, I'm grateful to have been from there. Controversial take, but
I don't think it is controversial.
I am, you know.
I think most Canadians I know go to America and feel sort of alive.
Mm.
But maybe you don't want to feel that alive your whole life.
No.
Because there is sort of, even outside of the shootings and all of that, there's sort of a feeling of danger in the States, I find.
Very much so.
Even in the safer places.
Yeah.
There's a feeling of putting it on the line.
Well, it's it's a pretty precarious setup that's going on down there. And it's kind of like there's a tension because at any time it could bust open and stop working. Like, it's quite the heist that has been set up, that you have all of these people paying taxes and it's mostly just going to arms.
Okay. Well, you mentioned the questionnaire earlier.
Yeah.
I've gone out on a limb and I've made my own questionnaire.
Oh, great.
It's the Henry questionnaire.
I'm excited.
Now, it's not fully realized,
I'm happy to.
but we're workshopping it.
Yeah,
You're the second one.
great.
By the way, 10 shows.
I know. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's hard to do, honestly.
You know what? It has been hard.
Yeah.
There's all the work that goes into it,
Mm-hmm.
then all the worry of putting something out,
Yeah.
and then doing that every week, and then hoping people watch or listen, and hoping people think you're good, How do you deal with all of this? I don't think you do.
I mean, you like the process of doing it, though, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what
And
it's
that's
about.
why you keep returning, and I think that's what it is.
It's pretty
And
Buddhist,
you
isn't
just get into the parts you like, and the parts that you don't. Because you have to promote the show. I have to promote records. Like, I think it's just about engaging in those elements to the point just where you're covering your bases and not taking it too serious either, because you're secure in the process, because you got your most of your dose there, hopefully.
I find promotion humiliating.
It is. There's no dignity in it.
Yeah. But what's the other choice?
There is none.
Nothing.
No, so you just do it so you can live with it, you know?
People
and don't do things that are making you... You know when you can do something you can live with and when you can't, you know?
No, I don't.
You don't? With promo?
No. Well, yeah.
You know.
I'm not going to do anything outrageous. I'm not going to start doing like...
Talking into the
camera videos.
No. See?
But even when I started posting stand-up clips on Instagram and clips of this show now, I thought, I'm bothering everyone.
Sure.
And I had to get over that. I had to get over the idea that Instagram is for all my friends.
Right.
Because Instagram is a horrible place anyway. It's this horrible corporation owned by horrible people. And somebody early on when I posted a stand-up clip sort of wrote a snide comment about the hash marks I put on it. Hashtags I put on it. And I said, it's impossible to be cool on this site. By posting on it, you're innately not cool.
Yeah.
So if you think you're being cool on it, you're not.
No.
I'd rather be some kind of annoying person who's trying to get something going.
Definitely.
Than somebody who thinks they're being cool on a site owned by Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Anyway, this questionnaire, I lost the second page. There it is. You will be the second ever person to take the newly minted Henry questionnaire.
Excited.
What do you normally eat for breakfast?
Oats with hemp hearts and some fruit.
Nice. I don't get oats.
Why not?
They just don't taste
good
to me. Yeah.
Put a little maple syrup on them.
I just don't like anything about it.
You don't like the texture, mushy
no,
kind of?
I hate that. But I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
I think I know the answer to this. Do you currently hate someone?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, myself.
Oh, no. I don't think you do.
No, I struggle with it, but no, I don't hate anybody.
That's what I thought you'd say.
Do you actually hate someone?
No, I don't think I have real hate in my heart.
I don't think I know anyone that actually hates someone.
But I strongly dislike people, and there are people there are people that I think about that sort of send me into fits almost. Yeah.
That's different than hate.
I don't think I can mess with hate.
No.
But that's why I thought it'd be an interesting question, because maybe some people do.
Yeah.
And isn't that an amazing feeling to feel? Isn't there almost like there's like a merit to feeling any extreme feeling? Like the first time I truly bombed on stage in a sort of a dining hall.
Yeah.
At a ski resort. And I had to do 20 minutes. And I got on stage. The woman before me went up and told these blowjob jokes and did great. And I thought, well, I ain't got any of those. And I went up and I did my little sort of one-liners. And 3 jokes in, I knew I was dead. And I knew I had 20 more minutes. And I came to a place where I thought, well, this is sort of an amazing thing that nobody else gets to experience.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the flop sweat. I felt real true fear, real true embarrassment. And I thought, nobody else gets to do this.
Yeah.
Stand on a stage in a brightly lit dining hall and know that you're about to eat shit for 19 more minutes.
It's living.
It's kind of amazing
Yeah.
to live on the extremes.
Yeah, and then it also allows you to identify the other extreme when you're nailing it.
Yeah. And it helps you gird yourself for the future, like you were saying about your horrible childhood. But that is a way that I think hate could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But you probably shouldn't live with it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I have a theory that people are either generally sad or generally happy. Not to say they're sad all the time or happy all the time, but their essence is sad or happy. Which one do you think you are?
Sad.
Yeah, I thought so. And I'm interested to see if anyone says happy.
Yeah.
Cause what?
Probably not many people.
But you meet
You
people.
know.
No, but I mean, I would say it's like almost 50-50 in this sort of
Really?
essence I'm talking about.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about how you feel day to day. It's just sort of if you were part of
just
heads
wonder
or tails.
how many artists
Well, that's the thing.
have the happy, you know. That's what I mean. Like people you're going to ask this to, I think it's going to be a lot of that sad.
Exactly. So I might have to take that one out.
Mm.
But I want everyone to know about this theory that there's only two type of people. We touched on this earlier. What's your biggest fear?
My kid's dying.
Oof. Don't even say it.
I know. It is, though. That's the one.
Well, that's real. What's the most physical pain you've ever been in?
It's really challenging because I feel like sometimes emotional pain is so physical, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
Like
That's why I
feel
put
like
physical,
you're getting
though.
ripped up, but it's like it is physical. But I think like I got hit by a van once when I was a kid. I just had a bathing suit on and it like I had a road rash all over my body, and I remember that being quite painful.
Say something controversial.
Fuck you.
That's not controversial.
Controversial.
Pass.
Yeah, fuck you is not controversial though.
Is humanity doomed?
No.
That's nice. What's your favorite thing to do?
Be alone.
Really? And do what?
Not have to answer to anyone or myself. Like, it's not always like every alone time does this, but when you get that pristine alone time where you're really into being your own friend and you're engaged in a project, or you're like working on a drawing or reading some book that you really like, or out in nature, and it's just like you kind of stop thinking and there's nothing to consider, and it's just a kind of coasting that's very nice.
I'm always interested in that for myself, because sometimes I feel like my whole idea of life is being around people. And then when I'm alone and I'm able to like really enjoy a movie, that seems like some kind of mystical thing to me, because I don't quite know how you enjoy something alone.
I find that too, being alone, like it makes me then, it's like distance makes the heart grow fonder, right? So then when I then return to people, I love them more and am ready for them, because I've kind of cleansed the palate of people. And
Yeah. Well, you sound like a bit of an introvert. That's the end of the questionnaire. And that's the end of the show.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for being here, Meg. What a thrill to have our first musician. Our first musician. Our first mother.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
First American?
First American. First blue-eyed girl. That's not true. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.